Alam mo, Mr. Speaker, hindi po pwedeng maghugas kamay lang yung DND. I'm sorry, pero talagang mali itong ginagawa na ito eh, Mr. Speaker. At pagpababayaan lang natin, sagutin tayo ng ganyan, Mr. Speaker, hindi naman yun hindi yun nakakatulong.
The department stands that there is no abduction that happened with the two ladies yesterday, Mr. Speaker. And with regards to Mr. Palparan, it is precisely the point that our judiciary is working, our judicial system is working because he is now in prison, Mr. Speaker.
So ano itong nangyayari na ito? Na meron na namang ganito. And before that, I believe, alam niyo po yun, yung Manalo Brothers, the courageous Manalo Brothers. Kung kaya na-convict si Palparan, di ba? Mr. Speaker, may mga cases po, may mga nag-testify, may mga nangyayari na ganito. And do not gaslight us. Di ba? Lalong-lalo na yung mga mamamayan natin. Lahat po ito, no? Pagdukot, pangharas, illegal na detention, kina Jonila at Jed. Sa chain of command, imposible po na walang basbas ng AFP chief. Nandiyan naman po si General Browner, di ba? At syempre, of course, alam din dapat ng Pangulo bilang Commander-in-Chief natin kung merong mga ganitong nangyayari na ginagawang pagdukot, illegal na detention sa mga aktivista, Mr. Speaker. Hindi ba dapat panagutin ang lahat ng sangkot sa ginawang pagdukot at illegal na detention na ito? For these reasons, Mr. Speaker, talagang dapat lamang natin i-defer ang budget ng Department of National Defense and all its attached agencies, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, move to suspend for a few.
Session suspended.
Session is resumed. The sponsoring committee, Vice Chairperson, may now proceed.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, the unobligated allotment is 3.6 million, while 3.6 billion pesos, Mr. Speaker. And of course, as we all know that because of the NCA, it has lapsed by the end of the year, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, may record po kayo niyan, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
May we have a copy, Mr. Speaker?
I will furnish your office with a copy, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tinanong natin, Mr. Speaker, noong budget briefing kay Secretary Chodoro kung nagbibigay ng counterpart ang Estados Unidos para sa EDCA military bases, if you remember. Sabi sa atin, sa executive meeting na lang, pero hanggang ngayon, Mr. Speaker, sabi naman nila magbibigay sila ng ballpark figure kung magkano. Magkano ba talaga, Mr. Speaker, no? Yung tinatanggap ng bansa na counterpart o bayad mula sa Estados Unidos?
For next year, Mr. Speaker, it is $110 million.
So, Mr. Speaker, 110 million, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. For next year.
For next year. So, Mr. Speaker, may breakdown ba nito, Mr. Speaker, ng pinagkakagastosan na ito? At kung saan-saan? Pasilidad?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, there is a breakdown, but it is confidential, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, 110 million, pero confidential, hindi natin makikita yung counterpart utilities sa EDCA sites, Mr. Speaker. Meanwhile, Mr. Speaker, tayo ay gumagastos ng bahagi natin. Halimbawa na po yung TICAS, dahil yung Balabak, I believe, ay bahagi nito. Yung runway, Mr. Speaker, sa Palawan. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So we are shelling out money, hard-earned taxes of the people, para din dito sa mga proyekto ng EDCA sites. And I believe tayo din ang gumagastos sa tubig, kuryente, Mr. Speaker, ng mga EDCA sites na ito.
Mr. Speaker, they pay their own, Mr. Speaker, for their own utilities.
They? Ano, Mr. Speaker?
The U.S., Mr. Speaker, pays for their own utilities.
For their own utilities. Wala po tayo. Mr. Speaker, can you answer me point blank? May ginagastos ba ang Pilipinas dito sa mga utilities like kuryente, tubig, etc., no, para sa mga EDCA sites, Mr. Speaker? At magkano ang ginagastos natin dito?
On the Philippine portion, Mr. Speaker, yes, may ginagastos po yung Philippines.
Magkano, Mr. Speaker, ang counterpart ng Philippines?
We do not have the itemized numbers at the moment, Mr. Speaker, but we will gladly provide the lady.
Like, Mr. Speaker, the breakdown, if you can tell me na 110 million kanina yung para sa mula sa US, you can tell me kung magkano ang ginagastos ng Pilipinas dito sa mga pagbabayad halimbawa ng utility, kuryente, tubig at kung ano-ano pa. And it's not confidential, Mr. Speaker. I don't think it's confidential, Mr. Speaker.
We will provide as soon as we have the information, Mr. Speaker.
How soon, Mr. Speaker?
Next week, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
We have to break it down, Mr. Speaker. That's why we need time, Mr. Speaker.
how many EDCA sites po yan? All of the EDCA sites po ba ay meron tayong binabayaran or counterpart ng kuryente, tubig at facilities na meron ang EDCA sites?
For the 5 sites, Mr. Speaker.
What about the added EDCA sites? 4 more po ba yun, Mr. Speaker?
4,
more?
Mr. Speaker.
The 5 EDCA sites meron. How about the 4?
Not yet.
Yung added?
Not yet, Mr. Speaker.
Wala pa, Mr. Speaker. Wala pa tayong ginagastos kahit kuryente, tubig. I will understand yung facilities kasi ginagawa pa lang, pero yung mga tubig, yung kuryente, etc., at kung ano-ano pa, Mr.
For the 4 new sites, Mr. Speaker, we still do not have other expenses.
So, Mr. Speaker, may I have the commitment na yung 5 EDCA sites na sinasabi ninyo for next week ay maibibigay ninyo yung breakdown nito?
The breakdown of the expenses on utilities, Mr. Speaker. Next.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, batay sa BESF ng NEP 2024, nasa 4.1 billion ang cash balance ng DND mula sa iba't ibang off-budget accounts. 4.1 billion. At sources of income, kabilang ang kita sa golf course at iba pang koleksyon. Tama po ba? NEP 2024, 4.1 billion. Cash balance ng DND.
Of 2024, Mr. Speaker? Just a clarification.
2024, Mr. Speaker.
There is still no cash balance for 2024, Mr. Speaker.
Again, Mr. Speaker.
For 2024, Mr. Speaker, there is still no cash balance.
No cash balance?
2024.
So where
None.
did this come from? As of December 2022. Do you have a cash balance as of December 2022 na 4.1 billion?
Mr. Speaker, maybe what the lady is saying is for the BCDA automatic appropriation and the RLIP or the insurance premium, which totals to 4 billion pesos.
So automatic appropriations, Mr. Speaker.
Yes,
yun
Mr.
yung,
Speaker.
May I get, Mr. Speaker, yung ano na yan? Detail na yan, Mr. Speaker. This is from the off-budget accounts, na sources of income. Yung BCDA, 4
Yes,
billion
Mr.
ang nakalagay, Mr. Speaker.
3.5 billion cash balance as of December 2022, as of December 31, 2022.
Okay, Mr. Speaker. Balikan ko lang, Mr. Speaker, yung sa EDCA sites, ano? Kasi ang sinabi sa atin, walang US troops dito. Tama, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So, walang US troops sa EDCA sites now. Now, meron bang private defense contractors inside the EDCA sites?
There are some, Mr. Speaker, especially those who are making or constructing the facilities.
Mr. Speaker, there are some.
But these are Filipino private contractors, Mr. Speaker.
So can you name the private Filipino private defense contractors that are in the EDCA sites?
We can provide the names, Mr. Speaker. We will give it to your office, Mr. Speaker. Subject to security vetting, Mr. Speaker.
Subject to security. Confidential again, Mr. Speaker. Lahat na lang confidential, Mr. Speaker. Hindi na lang budget ngayon confidential, Mr. Speaker, pati ito. Pati detalye, Mr. Speaker.
It's a matter of security, Mr. Speaker. It is because these are base development projects, so it is a matter of security, Mr. Speaker.
So, but Mr. Speaker, can you submit na lang? Okay na yun, Mr. Speaker.
It is still subject to vetting, Mr. Speaker. Or what is allowed by law, Mr. Speaker.
Anyway, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Private contractors, ayaw natin ini. Okay, Mr. Speaker, kung pagsamasamahin yung mga pondo, na idalam natin kanina, idagdag natin yung, idadagdag sa DND proposed budget na 233.72 billion, kasi yun naman yung na-identify natin kanina na DND budget. Lumalabas halos 500 billion ang suma total. Wala pa dito, Mr. Speaker, yung 10 billion ng NTF-LCAC sa BDP, Barangay Development Program, na pwede rin po ba itong pumasok, kasi may AFP Engineering Brigade, right, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
So po pwedeng magamit din talaga ng AFP itong Barangay Development Program. Ganito po, kalaki yung pondo.
Mr. Speaker, I'm sorry, but the engineering brigades cannot be used for the barangay development programs.
Walang AFP Engineering Brigade, Mr. Speaker?
The funds of the BDP cannot be used by the engineering brigades, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, hindi ito maa-access ng AFP Engineering Brigade.
No, Mr. Speaker. Because it is the LGU which contracts, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, yung DBM circular kasi on BDP allows AFP Engineering Brigade. Kapag hindi nagawa ng LGU na ma-implement yung project, right? Pero ibig sabihin nito, you are not using this. O walang AFP Engineering Brigade na ngayon na nagpapatupad nitong BDP, Mr. Speaker. Pa-clarify lang, Mr. Speaker.
The LGU, Mr. Speaker, is the one who is being downloaded by the Barangay Development Program funds.
So, yes.
So it is within the purview of the LGU, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, may project ngayon na AFP Engineering Brigade. Is there?
Under BDP. In exceptional cases, Mr. Speaker, there are.
Ano-ano itong exceptional cases na to, Mr. Speaker?
Such as far-flung areas, Mr. Speaker, hard-to-reach areas.
Mr. Speaker, do you have a list of that, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, may we have a copy of that, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we will submit a copy of the list by next week if the lady allows it, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Ganun ba karami kaya next week? Marami masyado, Mr. Speaker?
We have to make sure that the records are correct to be submitted, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, since nandun tayo sa usapin ng I'll just go back dun sa contractors, Hindi kasi ako matunawan dun eh. If you can't name names, give me at least, At least yung nag-go through ba sa regular bidding process or kung paano pinipili yung mga contractors na sinabi ninyo na for private defense.
Mr. Speaker, these contractors are being contracted by the U.S. government, Mr. Speaker.
Do they go, my question is, do they go through the same process of bidding?
Mr. Speaker, we wouldn't know because it is not within the purview of the department, Mr. Speaker.
So hindi natin alam kung regular bidding ito na ginagawa?
We do not know, Mr. Speaker, because it is a process or a procedure by the U.S. government.
So U.S. government ang siyang nagtatakda. They have their rules. They have their own rules kung paano yon. So dun lang, kung i-consider ka nila, then yon. Ganon, Mr. Speaker? Sa kanilang process yon ng bidding. Yun
Yes.
lang naman yung tanong ko, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. It is their process.
So process ng U.S. But Filipino contractors, or some Filipino contractors, or percentage of Filipino contractors. Can you tell me, Mr. Speaker?
As far as we know, Mr. Speaker, these are Filipino contractors.
Oh. That's weird, Mr. Speaker. The DND doesn't know the process of selection ng private contractors when it is our country, na nakasalalay. Anyway, Mr. Speaker, again, I am reiterating, malaki ang kinokontrol na budget ng military. Tapos, mayroon tayong mga issues kaugnay ng China. Harap-harapan tayong sinasalisihan. Nasasagawa nila yung coral harvesting sa Rizal Reef sa West Philippine Sea. Tama po ba, Mr. Speaker? Ano nang nagawa ng AFP dito, ng DND dito, Mr. Speaker? Tapos sinasabi natin na kulang pa ang budget para sa regular na patrol sa West Philippine Sea. Tama ba yan, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, it is correct. Nakulang po yung budget talaga, Mr. Speaker.
Pero Mr. Speaker, we are talking of almost 500 billion. Kung isusuma total natin, yung budget ng AFP ngayon, Mr. Speaker, bakit magkukulang ang Rizal Reef sa West Philippine Sea para sa pagbabantay? Nasaan ang kalakhan ng budget ng DND, Mr. Speaker? Ang sponsor. Miss Sponsor.
Mr. Speaker, the budget for the West Philippine Sea operations is only taken out of the capital outlay of the DND's budget. The convergence efforts with other countries are with their budgets, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, kung ganun lang ang budget, tapos nagkakaroon tayo ng problema, nade-destroy nga ang corals natin nang hindi natin nalalaman, hindi tayo makapagpanagot, Mr. Speaker. Hindi ba dapat ito ay dapat lamang pagtuunan din ng pansin ng Department of National Defense instead of having operations, actions on aerial bombings, pagkakaroon ng mga kasi ang sinasabi sa tabing ng counterinsurgency, minsan naman mga ordinaryong mamamayan yung nagiging biktima nito. Imbis na doon na lang sa mga magkano ang isang bomba na ginagamit para sa mga communities at kung saan-saan pa. Kesa doon, baka kailangan nating pagtuunan ng pansin yung ating mga islands, para tulungan natin sila. Hingi ng tulong yung mga, well, basically PCG at saka yung na kailangan nila ng tulong sa West Philippine Sea, pero asan ang priority natin pagdating doon sa pagpopondo?
Mr. Speaker, national security covers both internal and external threats, Mr. Speaker. That is precisely the point why we are asking for more budget for modernization programs, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, you have been asking for such a long time ng palaging dagdag sa modernization program. But as of now, narinig naman natin yung mga Horizon 1, Horizon 2, Horizon 3. Hanggang ngayon naman, nasa Horizon 2, nandun pa rin tayo, hindi pa rin tayo makaalpas doon. Pero hingi ng budget, kaugnay doon, Mr. Speaker. Kaya parang may misprioritization na nangyayari dito, Mr. Speaker.
There is no misprioritization, Mr. Speaker. There is a lack of budget, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, 500 billion. That is how much of our 5.7 trillion na budget. Malaki po yun, Mr. Speaker. No? So kung saan napupunta yung budget, Mr. Speaker, yun yung tanong natin. Nagka-counter pa nga tayo, sabi nyo nga kanina, nagpa-fund pa tayo para sa EDCA sites. Ganyan. Baka naman meron tayong mga kailangang ayusin, Mr. Speaker, dito sa ating pondo. Mr. Speaker, yun lang, Mr. Speaker, napakalaki ng pondo pag tiningnan mo ng isang buo. Now, there is no excuse para hindi natin maprotektahan yung ating mga islands. Na hindi sila masakop ng China. Mr. Speaker, on to my next question, Mr. Speaker. Ito naman po ay tungkol sa, again, ito po ay mga human rights violations ng AFP, Mr. Speaker. Kung, Mr. Speaker, malinaw po nung nakaraan, kahapon lang, kasama po ako doon, na pumunta sa Bulacan para i-rescue ang dalawang aktivista na nagsabi sa NTF-ELCAC mismo na presscon na sila ay dinukot. I was actually here, napanood ko lang nung nakita ko na sinasabi nila na dinukot sila, na hindi totoong rebel returnee sila. Nakakagulat yun. Pumunta ako dire-diretso doon. Kasi hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin sa kanila after ng presscon na yon. Kung anong maaaring gawin sa kanila after ng presscon na yon, Mr. Speaker. Nakita ko po doon malinaw na sangkot ang 70th Infantry Battalion ng Philippine Army. In fact, nandun pa nga ang isang representative ng NTF-ELCAC. Lahat po ito, pagdukot, pangharas, illegal na detention kina Jonila at Jed. Sa chain of command, imposible po na walang basbas ng AFP chief. Nandiyan naman po si General Browner, di ba? Yan. At syempre, of course, alam din dapat ng Pangulo, bilang Commander-in-Chief natin, kung merong mga ganitong nangyayari, na ginagawang pagdukot, illegal na detention sa mga aktivista, Mr. Speaker, hindi ba dapat panagutin ang lahat ng sangkot sa ginawang pagdukot at illegal na detention na ito, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, the command will not tolerate any violation of human rights. As servants of the people and protector of the state, the AFP and the DND will insert all legal remedies within their disposal to shed light on those alleged harassments, Mr. Speaker. I believe everyone has the right to file any complaints with the court if he or she feels that his or her rights have been violated. And of course, the department will respect it and will comply fully with any order of the court, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, ibig sabihin, nakakaano po ito kasi Sa totoo lang, Mr. Speaker, may history naman talaga tayo ng pag-abduct ng mga aktivista, ordinaryong mamamayan, di ba? In fact, ang pinaka-notorious po dyan, kung maaalala ko, si Palparan. Di ba? Hanggang ngayon, nakakulong, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, na nag-abduct ng dalawa din na estudyante ng UP Diliman. You do not tolerate, pero may mga ganong cases. Tapos ngayon, meron ulit ganito, Mr. Speaker. So ano ito?
Mr.
Trending? Ganon lang?
Mr.
Titingnan
Speaker,
natin.
the department stands that there is no abduction that happened with the two ladies yesterday, Mr. Speaker. And with regards to Mr. Palparan, it is precisely the point that our judiciary is working, our judicial system is working because he is now in prison, Mr. Speaker.
Alam mo, Mr. Speaker, hindi po pwedeng maghugas kamay lang yung DND. I'm sorry, pero talagang mali itong ginagawa na ito Mr. Speaker. At pagpababayaan lang natin, sagutin tayo ng ganyan, Mr. Speaker, hindi naman yun hindi yun nakakatulong, Mr. Speaker. Kasi ang AFP Chief ay Vice Chair ng NTF-ELCAC, Mr. Speaker. So may direct hand ang AFP Chief dyan, Mr. Speaker. Hindi siya pwedeng maghugas ng kamay, Mr. Speaker.
I would like to remind our interpellator that you only have 2 minutes left. You may proceed.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, yun lang, Mr. Speaker, no? So ano itong nangyayari na ito? Na meron na namang ganito. And before that, I believe, alam niyo po yun, yung Manalo Brothers, the courageous Manalo Brothers. Kung kaya na-convict si Palparan. Diba, Mr. Speaker, may mga cases po, may mga nag-testify, may mga nangyayari na ganito, and do not gaslight us. Diba? Lalong-lalo na yung mga mamamayan natin, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, for the record, the AFP Chief is not the Vice Chair of NTF-ELCAC, Mr. Speaker.
So who is the Vice Chair? Ano po ang role ng AFP?
The DND and the AFP is one of the components that are part of the NTF-ELCAC, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, may part. Tama ba? So hindi pa rin natin pwedeng sabihin na walang part ang DND dito, Mr. Speaker.
There is no abduction, Mr. Speaker. They are part of NTF-ELCAC, but they are not part of the abduction incident, alleged abduction incident, Mr. Speaker. Because according to the department, there is no abduction. There are witnesses that were there when the two signed their affidavits, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, sinabi po nila na under duress sila nung pinirmahan yung mga affidavits na yon, Mr. Speaker. Hindi ba nababahala ang DND dito na merong ganyan? Mr. Speaker, hindi lang sina Jed at Junila ang dinukot. Hindi natin malilimutan ang ginawang pagdukot kina Dayan Gumanaw, Arman Dayoha sa Cebu, na kung hindi lumabas yung video ng kanilang pagdukot, hindi sila papakawalan. Nawawala pa rin ngayon sina Steve Tauli ng Cordillera, IP Rights Advocates, Dexter Capuyan, Bazu de Jesus, napakarami ng kaso ng pandurukot.
May I request the lady from
Yes,
Gabriela
Mr.
to please
Mr.
wind up?
Speaker, I'm wrapping up. Yes. Pagdurukot sa sangkot ang militar. Mr. Speaker, 78 na ang dinukot at ngayon desaparecido na aktivista at ordinaryong mamamayan sa ilalim ng Marcos Jr. administration, Mr. Speaker. Nariyan din yung pandarahas, pagsasampa ng gawa-gawang kaso ng iba't ibang unit ng AFP laban sa mga aktivista. Kabilang po dito yung 59th Infantry Battalion sa Batangas. Now, I remember, tinanong ko rin yan, Mr. Speaker. Napaka-generic din ang sinagot sa akin, Mr. Speaker. Kasi, nung tinanong ko kung inimbestigahan nga ba, Mr. Speaker, the 59th Infantry Battalion?
Majority Leader.
No, Mr. Speaker, meron pa po akong hanging na tanong lang.
Time's
Mr.
up.
Speaker.
May I request the Majority Leader?
Mr. Speaker, may I appeal for your consideration to answer the question?
The lady who sponsored the budget will now reply to the question.
The incident was investigated, Mr. Speaker, and the allegation was unfounded, Mr. Speaker. But we will continue, of course, Mr. Speaker, the investigation, all efforts, so that human rights violations will not happen, Mr. Speaker. And we do not, again, tolerate any violation to human rights.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, kailangan po natin yung commitment ng 59th Infantry Battalion ng Batangas kung saan namimigay tayo ng ayuda sa mga magtutubo. Nagpapatuloy po yung pasismo, represyon, dito, no, Mr. Speaker, hindi po pwedeng walang gagawin ang Kongreso dito, Mr. Speaker. The House of Representatives cannot and must not be complicit in these glaring cases of abduction and blatant human rights violations against Filipinos who are merely advocating for a better life under the Marcos Jr. regime. For these reasons, Mr. Speaker, talagang dapat lamang natin i-defer ang budget ng Department of National Defense and all its attached agencies, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, move to suspend for a few
Session suspended.